Well, good evening. Good evening. Oh. I've said nothing and you're already applauding. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. All those $5 that were inside your programs must have worked, did it? You got $5? It's a bit too loud, isn't it? Shall I just turn that down a bit? Hang on. Technology is not my forte. How's it out the back there? Is that okay? Yes? All right. What happened there? Oop, we're on that one. There we go. Good evening and welcome to the Acceptance Sydney Forum for Gay and Lesbian Catholics, our family and friends. My name is Paul Harris and I'm one of the coordinators of Acceptance Sydney. Did you pay attention to the song that was just playing a moment ago? Yes. Who was it? John Farnham. Who said John Farnham? Who said Johnny Farnham? Hey, who said John Farnham? Hand up. Who said Johnny Farnham? Yeah. All the people with tinges in their hair was Johnny Farnham. A couple of, and my mum was one of them. There, a couple of weeks ago, when I was in a bit of despair over whether this forum would actually happen, I noticed a familiar tune on the radio, one I hadn't heard for a long time, and it was this one. So I decided that I was not going to sit in silence. I was not going to live with fear, with the power to be powerful, believing that we can make it better. So, is there a place for gay and lesbian young people in the church? To feel we even have to ask this question is hurtful and painful, to say the least. Many gay and lesbian Catholics often feel alienated by the church they love, because it's perceived to be very unpastoral to them as gay and lesbian people. It may seem so from the hierarchical point of view at times, especially when our priests, bishops and cardinals take an impersonal and clinical approach to same-sex attracted people, rather than a personal, compassionate and realistic one. But you only have to look from the ground up and you will see a rich tapestry of pastoral care and concern that almost circumvents, maybe even defies church authority. The amount of support that I received, or that we received, Acceptance received, from committed Catholics when the future of this forum was in the balance was overwhelming. At a time, as it was when the HIV/AIDS crisis emerged back in the 80s, it was from the ground up. The nuns at St Vincent in Darlinghurst were among the first, if not the first, in the country to respond and to reach out. Indeed, round of applause. However, let's not believe that all of the church hierarchy is unapproachable and impersonal. At the Marist International Festival held last week, one of the key speakers was Bishop Kevin Dowling, a white South African bishop who is champion of many human rights issues in Africa. On a more controversial note, he has also petitioned the Vatican to look realistically upon the use of condoms to help prevent the spread of HIV in Africa. The news of him speaking at the festival was not received too well in this diocese, with threats to withdraw permission for him to speak if the C word was the focus. Of course, it wasn't the focus, for there are many other issues that as bishop he is a leading voice in Africa. However, listening to the bishop speak, I was inspired by his compassion and determination, because he kept talking about the people, what the institutions and the governments and the warlords are doing to the people. I could see here that here is a bishop, part of the hierarchy, who is not afraid to be a voice, who is not going to sit in silence. So why organise a gay and lesbian Catholic forum such as this? The inspiration was, of course, World Youth Day. 14 months ago, I discovered on the World Youth Day website this. One of the principal goals of World Youth Day is to engage marginalised young people who might not ordinarily have much positive contact with the church or other social institutions. As a gay, lesbian, bisexual and transgender faith group, we believe that we were in a unique position to offer a group of marginalised young people, that being gay and lesbian Catholics, an experience that would be positive and affirming. We wanted to provide an opportunity for dialogue, to share and hear the journeys of others. One aim was gaining a deeper understanding about the complexities of being gay or lesbian Catholic person in particular, and to explore how one can reconcile their Catholic faith and sexuality in order to find a place of welcome and inclusiveness within the Catholic Church. Or so we thought. Our initial proposal, finding a place for gay and lesbian Catholic youth in the church, was rejected for inclusion in the official World Youth Day Youth Festival program in December last year. A slight setback. A few months ago, Margus, the Jesuit Fathers and Loretto Sisters Young Person Spiritual Group, approached and invited Acceptance to present a forum as part of their youth festival program. The new workshop, Living a Christian Commitment, Different Sexualities Among Catholic Youth, was born. Very exciting. A month ago, we started to promote it. Within 48 hours, Margus had received a phone call from World Youth Day banning them from holding such a workshop. Reluctantly, they had to comply. So in the face of a second rejection, one had to wonder, is there a place for gay and lesbian Catholic youth in the church? This cancellation created a flurry of media interest. The number of emails and phone calls in support of such a forum was overwhelming. We simply couldn't sit in silence. John Farnham, the connection again. And so here we are. So tonight we present to you a bit of drama, a panel of speakers, of the highest quality, of course, and the opportunity to create dialogue with these people. The hope is that your thoughts are provoked and your heart is stirred as we explore this question. I would particularly like to welcome people who have travelled from far to be here. I see quite a few of those, well, annoying red and yellow backpacks in the room. There's one. It's great to see you here. Members of other faith communities who have come in support. Friends of and family of gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender and gender questioning young people. Members of the media and any spies who may have come to check us out. You are all very welcome.